this? X watches it. People, you should invite him. You should be sitting there.
I'm guessing we're rolling now.
Oh
no! In the bloopers. Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
I didn't say any.
That's what I thought you said.
Hey, welcome to the Welcome to the Middle of Podcast. This is a podcast about the journey of life, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, every single thing. I am your host, Marco Mborero Kadzianike, or Marco_Cads on Instagram. And this is the Middle of Podcast. To follow us on all our socials, it's at TMiddleO Podcast, Instagram, Facebook, find us there. Might come to TikTok.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, maybe we should do something for TikTok as well. And so today I've got a special guest. Her name is Chibwe. I'll let her introduce herself just now. Please make sure to like, comment. If you have anything to say during the podcast, just say it in the comment section. And if you're listening as well on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any streaming service, make sure to leave a 5-star rating, And so let's get to it. Who are you, Miss Chibwe? Because your name is Chibwe and we don't know who you are.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, who are you, Miss Chibwe? My name is Chibwe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Marco's friend. Actually, I'm like Marco's closest friend, I think. Yes.
That's what I was supposed to say.
I don't know. I'm a lover of dogs. I have a pet plant. His name is Frank.
Hi, Frank.
He's very cute.
Is Frank going to be watching?
He won't. He's a plant.
I don't know. Maybe Frank likes to watch TV. He's tired of chilling at the window.
Yeah, that's me. Yes, I am a teacher right now, presently. Actually, I'm a public health supervisor by profession. Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm pretty advanced. And I don't know what else you want to know. I'm 18.
Okay, so. Okay.
Age is a feeling. Age is a feeling.
That's age is a feeling.
I identify as 18.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna do this thing where, as we go through the episodes in this season, we are gonna be talking about different topics and different chats. But in between those chats, we're gonna get to talk to some of my friends. You're gonna get to meet them, get to know them. I think this is gonna be a really cool way of you to get to know. What?
Yeah.
What English is that?
A really cool way
for you to get to know me.
Yeah.
But you get to know me through the lives of my friends. But also, we're going to share a bit about me. So just so you guys know, what I told you we're actually going to talk about is not what we're going to talk about anymore. So she was ready. She was like, let's go. But I really feel like this would be a dope way for you guys to get to know me as well. But get to know my friends and get to have an understanding of the podcast as a whole as well.
Yeah.
So we will have really interesting chats. These will be shorter episodes than the regular episodes. We're just going to sort of be, I think, keying and talking and laughing and doing whatever it is.
Yeah.
And maybe sharing a couple stories from our experiences and our friendships.
Ooh.
So I think quite a number of my friends who are not around are coming soon.
He has no other friends. You have no other friends. You're lying. Stop lying. It's just me.
I feel like you can already tell from Matt and Kombo and Chibwe. They love to tease me, guys. Send help, please, and thank you very much. Like, send help for me. But how long have you been friends for? I feel like we had to answer this question a while ago.
Yeah,
a few weeks ago.
We became friends in Form 2 when we were 14.
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah.
since I'm only 18, I guess 4 years. But Some would say 10.
Someone
Some
says
would say
roughly 10.
roughly 10.
But
Depends on who you ask.
yeah, and how old they think we are.
According to my birth certificate, 10 years. 10 years, I think.
Yeah, it's been 10
10
years.
years.
Hey,
Oh.
happy 10 years.
Nice. We'll work on that later. We'll work on that later.
Clearly, we're not that close. We don't have handshakes anyway.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
10 years.
It's been 10 years of friendship.
Oh, that is so cool.
That is a mighty long time.
Yeah.
I think what's mad is thinking about how it doesn't feel like it's been 10 years.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
It
felt
feels
like
we became friends not that long ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think I personally feel like the first time I saw her was at BCC for probably youth or Wana. Did you ever come to Wana?
I did, but we didn't know each other.
No, but I mean, like, I probably saw you. Like, I didn't actually like say hi because I didn't talk to girls when I was younger. If you're not a family friend, I did not talk to you.
I like how you added when I was young.
Yeah, probably like from like grade 5. Like if we didn't go to the same school and we're not family friends, I didn't.
But even when we first met, I don't remember. But even when we first became friends, you didn't talk much.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't speak.
I think as we progress, which is probably very different than most people expect.
True.
But like, oh, Malcolm, I'm like, dog, like, oh,
silent baby.
Yeah, I was like, meet me at home. I'll talk to you. But like before, it was like, what?
Yeah,
what
no, that's true. I can vouch for that. That's true.
Yeah. But I think I'm happy that I don't know how big conversations and initiation of whatever friendship we've got started, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Me too. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember how we became friends. I know we were friends at youth because I came here for youth. BCC. I went to BCC for youth. For a while, for like a year or so, maybe less.
Yeah, could have been somewhat close to that. Yeah.
Yeah, very close to a year. I was here for a long time. This was my youth church. But I only remember knowing you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, it's like you can't remember like the rest. Yeah.
But I just
it's
know
like all I know is that at some point we now used to converse. Yeah. I remember back Form 3 having like I had this phone like when we had WhatsApp, like the Nokia X201 things. Was it Form 2 or Form 3 or something like that? It was like, those ones like the BlackBerry, like the QWERTY keyboard and everything. And all I remember is like, she's been in my phone since.
Oh, yeah, that's my name's semicolon, close bracket. Yeah.
But it's been a good journey. I think if I were to ask you, what would you say have been some of like the highlights
of our friendship?
Yeah. Like it could be days or moments or things and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good question. I think the best parts of our friendship are because we're both believers, right? Hallelujah. Just in case you didn't know. It's so easy. You flexed your chain. Anyway, so so it's one of those, like every time I've had a problem and I've confided in you about it, I know that the advice that you're giving me is not okay. Sometimes it is just like, oh, it's my friend, I'm giving advice, but a lot of the time it's very biblical, and I appreciate that. And it's one of those, like, because we prayed together, we cried together just a few minutes ago. Yeah. And
literally. Yeah.
Yeah, but all of those things, like those moments with like our friendship, and I think your friendship with other people and my friendship with other people, those are the moments that I think have really brought us closer together. The times when it's been super vulnerable and we're talking about things that are difficult to speak about with a lot of other people, because I don't open up a lot to people.
No, you don't. I'm gonna have to confess right now, I've had like arguments where I've like had to say to her, like, you need to open up more. Like, we've had to fight and argue, and not that she would refuse. She's like, I know. I just struggle, and I'm like, well,
it's tough.
Well,
it's a very tough thing.
I know. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always that when you open with somebody, it's kind of like they have the power to make or break you. It feels.
Yeah.
And I guess that's probably just with growing up and just life.
Yeah.
It becomes very difficult. But in those moments where we're able to do that, That's pretty cool. That's pretty gnarly. And I
Yeah.
don't do that with a lot of people. Yeah. I feel honored.
I'm special.
Mm.
Lord.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
that's dope. I think one of my highlights for the two of us has just been like,
Because
I
I'm
think-
really funny.
I think you are though, shame, you really are. But I think for me it has been sort of like when hanging out together. One, actually, two things is knowing that you always have someone who's there.
Yeah.
So like I never like like even if you go for a while without chatting, they're always there. And if I'm to randomly call her, like she will answer. I think we used to do that a bit fair bit often in uni.
Definitely.
Like there were moments where like she would call and I'm like.
Yeah.
And you see her, she's like, yeah, I'm making a donut. Let's talk.
Minor
I'm like,
inconveniences. Yes. Margot, I'm making a donut and I've run out of butter. What do I do?
and I'm like, well, so listen, I'm in Malaysia. You're in Hungary. So have you thought about ordering online? That's not a bad idea. Right. Then you chat for like an hour afterwards and she's now eating the donuts.
Yeah.
So it's like, but for me, those have been some of the highlights, at least for me, is I enjoy the little moments, really. And then I think the other thing for me has also just been like, I remember like sort of just before we went to uni, we like used to hang out like quite a lot in terms of like we did things quite often because we also had time. And I remember we once went to a quarry somewhere here in Zimbabwe.
Okay, I was about to say.
In
Which
Zimbabwe.
story are you about to
In-
Some stories are illegal for the internet.
In Zimbabwe, we went to a quarry.
Oh.
And people used to go there, and we saw people taking pictures, but we didn't know you could go to that part that we went to, like you were not supposed to.
Yeah.
But we drove confidently. We told them we were going to. They were like, cool. And we drove there. We started taking pictures, and like we're just having a good time. It was myself, you, Marty, and it was just like bands and vibes. And these security guys come and like, you're not allowed to be on. Like, what are you talking about?
This is the prohibited part of the quarry. You're not supposed to
were
be here.
shouting.
There are explosives there. You
And
could
we're
have
like,
triggered
what? Yet we had been like running up and down, jumping from like stone and boulder to boulder. Oh, let's go there. There's water. That looks nice.
That looks nice.
And they're telling us the explosives. So like, great.
Yeah.
But it's moments like that where I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like we really just are like out here doing life together,
Also, it would be incomplete without saying that we watched a lot of rugby together.
We really did.
We did because our brothers played
in the same team.
The same team.
Yeah. So
and they've been in the same team since what?
Form 1.
Form 1.
Yeah. So
that's how I know. Knock on.
What a knock
on.
It's like you dropped the ball.
Ref, ref. Hands in the rock. Ref,
Yes. Yeah, man. Lol, that's dope. And what would you say has been a challenge about being friends as well?
With you?
Yeah. So I'm exposing myself. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not a challenge now. I will say, like in the beginning when we first became friends, you know how everybody has their love language?
Mm-hmm.
I hate being touched. It's just something that has always kind of don't touch me. So it was something that I was not used to. Just anything like, oh my friend, you know that kind of thing.
I feel like I've touched you so many times in the last like 5 minutes.
Way.
Yes, in a very appropriate way.
But just that like hugging people and everything, and if someone's there, like just putting your hand on their shoulder and stuff. Your love language. I feel like physical touch is number 1.
Quality time, then.
Quality time is mine.
I think physical touch is like high up there.
Mine is number 5. I just did not like it. So that took a long time for me to get used to.
Yeah.
And I used to feel so uncomfortable. Like even when meeting with friends, you know how here everyone just wants to
People
hug.
want to hug, yeah.
Oh my word, COVID teaches nothing. Just hugging. So that took a long time for me to get used to. But now I think, I mean, I've never been friends with myself, but I feel like I'm a lot more open to it. Like I don't back away as much.
Like physical touch is a big thing. Like you just see me like, hey.
Yeah.
And like
that's true. And Marco's sleeping on your shoulder, and I'm like.
The thing is that I have to get off me. So I do that with friends and stuff.
Yeah.
See me, and it's always interesting because people then like are like, oh, and I'm like,
yeah, are you guys dating?
And it's like, no, we are just comfortable. Like
Marco
that's
just be like
that's
that.
how I am with
Yeah.
with friends. Like even if it's like a guy friend, like you'll be there, like
Yeah,
just
that's
like
Marco.
that's shout
Definitely.
out.
But it's nice. I've like noticed and read. I read it and then I started noticing that people that usually like to touch a lot are very emotional people. I didn't say it was
I'm
good.
a hard one.
But they're usually really emotional, really easy to connect with. I know you and even one of my other friends, like you guys are very like you're really soft, easy to speak to. Easy to speak to as well. So
Shout out.
that's pretty cool. And that's true. That's true for you. You're quite easy to talk to.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Whatever.
No.
Ew.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I think that's really nice to hear. Oh,
I know.
cute.
Sometimes I'm kind.
Sometimes.
Whoa.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I'm joking.
Sometimes.
That's really sweet. And
Yeah.
I think for me that just sort of, is one of those things where I also just think and that like it's always great when people can not sort of adjust you, but also when you guys can also be open and you know that someone has also got your back all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I can genuinely say is a thing in this, is like a theme in this friendship.
Oh, for sure.
You know that like whatever happens,
Yeah.
like if we gotta fight, I'm sure
Like-
I'm sure you've seen the TikTok trend of people telling like parents telling their children, hey, like go put on your shoes, we need to fight. That person's got a daughter. If that daughter gets in, you're also fighting, right?
Yeah.
And the daughter's like, all right, let's go.
No question.
I feel like that's the situation. I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, there's this person who's troubling me. They're nurturing me. Let's
It's
go.
true.
You're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Where we going?
Like
And
I'll
it's
text
like,
and say,
let's
"Oh,
go.
I'm so mad at this situation."
Or you
I'm
see,
like,
grr, grr,
"Okay,
grr,
me too."
grr.
Yeah.
Hello? Not even hello. It'll be like, hello. Yeah. Turn me more. What's going on?
Chin me the noir.
Yay. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's sort of like a wrap to this. We're gonna do like a number of these sort of
Little
episodes
interludes.
where like little interludes. I think in between like different chats, and you're gonna get to meet my different friends and hear what they have to say about our friendships. We're gonna keep it nice, short, and sweet, and you can get to know me, get to know my friends.
Yeah.
My friends.
Get off me. I'm kidding.
And
Yeah.
thank you so much for tuning to this
You
episode.
didn't ask me what your red flags were.
What are they?
Thank you for tuning into this episode. I'll tell you.
Oh wow.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much, guys. Please make sure to subscribe,
Yes.
to share the podcast as well. If you're listening, thank you so much for listening. And
I
this has
just
been
winked, but they
Chibwe.
can't see me wink.
Yeah, those are watching can though.
Oh,
Do you want to share your IG or you're okay?
fine. If you want, you can share it in the description.
I probably won't then.
At you're not good enough.
Those who are listening need to hear though.
Oh, my IG.
Yeah.
Okay. At sign Cheebs Musaba, CHEEBS MUSABA.
And at Marco_Cats, at T Middle Podcasts, and we'll check you in the next episode. Bye.
I forgot to tell them that you used to call yourself Marco.
Okay, thank you very much.